Well, hello, hello, hello. How we doing, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? This is me, your host, Sir Punju, hanging out in the booth, getting ready to go. Have a grandiose old time. You guys excited? I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked, dude. It's gonna be a good day today. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Let's go get it. Have a great time. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, guys, let's get hyped. Who the heck is in here in chat right now getting ready to go racing? Let me hear. Let me hear you say, yeah. Oh, I'm getting excited. Getting very excited. I hope you guys are too. Let's go, guys. Let's get hyped, man. It's 7 o'clock. Sorry, 7 o'clock my time. 10 o'clock Eastern time. It's about darn time for some darn old racing. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to the Breakout Racing League. My name is Punju. I am your host tonight. We're going to have a great, great, great time commentating for Tier 3. Have some fun. Letting the lobby go ahead and load up. How's everybody doing today? We all doing good? We excited to see some good old racing tonight? We got obviously a stacked grid for race number 2 here in Season 8 at Imola. We try to keep the grid relatively close-ish to the calendar of real life. And hence why we are here at Imola. It's next week. F1 itself does find its way out here into Emilia Romagna for their next round of racing. And this week, we're here having a great old time. We got a good old group of people driving tonight. I want to say it's 17 here. Let me double check. Ended up having a total of 17. Yes, I want to say it is either 17 or 19. It's one of the two. But Valkyrie looked like he was having some lobby issues. Uh-oh. Hey, guys. Looks like we're going to have one of our favorite things about F1 2021 happen to us, which is potentially a lobby restart. And if that is the case... Oh! Hey, wait, just kidding. We might not. What we do have, instead of a lobby restart, is some rain on the ground. What is going on? Ruh-roh. Looks like it's going to be a soggy day out here in Italy. 16 drivers currently on the grid. 17 now. Interesting. We're just loading in. Interesting. Interesting, yes. It looks like we're having quite a few lobby errors, but it's no big deal. Nothing we can't handle. We're going to stay on our boy Ron Swanson. One of the fan favorite drivers here for Breakout. Everybody loves good old Ron. Going out of the pits in the Ferrari. First one to touch the asphalt, the wet asphalt. Emilia Romagna. That's good, if you ask me. Slayer about to come out of the pits too. Let's go to our boy Stig. In the McLaren, these old McLaren liveries. Who here in chat likes McLaren liveries now more than last year's? Am I the only one? I feel like I'm weird by saying this. I feel like it's a unpopular opinion, but it is a hill I will die on. I think the new McLaren liveries actually look better than the old ones. Y'all can report me to whatever foundation you think I need to go to for mental help. That's my personal opinion. We're going to be on Swanson Cam as he is about to start his first soggy hot lap. I don't even know if I can really call it a hot lap with how much rain there is out there. I doubt anything can stay hot on this track. Let's see what Ron Swanson can do in the wet here in Italy. This track very famous for a couple different reasons. Unfortunately, mostly famous for not positive reasons. This was the site of one of the more fatal weekends in Formula One history, and the most fatal weekend in obviously a very, very, very long time. Where both Ayrton Senna and Roland Ratzenberger died in the same weekend here, which introduced a lot of modern safety in Formula One. It also introduced a lot of track changes to this track. Fun fact about Imola, if you didn't know that. You probably already did, though. Almost everybody knows those fun facts. What also is very fun, how fast Ron Swanson is taking this lap so far. Ron Swanson looking to make up for last week's race. Last week's race didn't go terribly, but definitely wasn't, exactly where he wanted to be. I think he knows he could have done better. So he's trying to improve that. Obviously, right now, 2 purple sectors in a row. No surprise, because it's really the first time anybody's getting out there on the track. Does look great, doesn't he? Absolutely stellar. There it is, a 126.6. What about Gary? Dude, Gary's got. Ron Swanson still now holding down the top position in qualifying on top of Stig Tau Solar V. There's 17 cars driving tonight. 14 of them already out on track. 13 of them on track right now. It's a crowded track. Can Gary improve the time that Ron Swanson has set down, or is Gary going to be stuck behind him this first round of banker laps? But does not look like it's faster than that. It's 26.713. He's in third. Close. Very close. On 1 second now, I gotta change the title of the stream. Weird, it didn't switch over to tier 4, or switch over to tier 3 for the title. Odd. And you know, the bad habit that I have. Oh, there's a Red Bull right there. Is that Johan Lara? Did it? No, it wasn't Johan Lara. That was Yidago. Uh-oh. Yidago having spun out on the second to last corner, and I'm just kind of sitting there, waiting for everybody to move past him. Check. Second, y'all. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Make sure that, okay, cool. It does say tier 3 now. We are here for tier 3, not tier 4, everybody. But as I was looking away and changing all these settings, Ron Swanson's dropped to 6th. Shazam's put it on provisional right now. He's up at the top step currently for that 125.158. That's a pretty solid time. Next closest one is 126.0. That's almost 9/10 off. That's a huge gap between first and second at this current moment. Now, obviously, I don't think that's going to last. Ron Swanson's obviously going to come out there and try to go and, you know, set it up with a vengeance, but we'll see. We will see. I'm going to be pulling up the standings. From last season. Wherever it is. I can't find it. I can never find where the standings are. There they are. Currently, Shazam still holding that 9/10 gap. Second place. That's honestly kind of incredible. That's crazy. That's like that was like his second lap, man. Redeemer trying to redeem himself from last week. That's pretty good. And that's our T Silencer, obviously trying to defend his first place win from last week. Currently now in 12th, but obviously that's just a banker. Not representative of real time by any means. He is also, he's 1.9 seconds back actually from Shazam. That's a big gap. Can Redeemer go? Oh! I was gonna say, can he set a hot lap, but no, he cannot. He can spin it though. On the soggy Italian afternoon. Gotta stay off the track. 1 and 2 go by. Mercedes, it looked like either Gary or it looked like Mercedes Stayed with Gary. Passed by. So now he's going to have to set one. Oh, gets out of the way again for his teammate, Ron Swanson. We're going to go on Ron Cam. How do we sound about that, guys? Let's go check out what Ron do. Hey, Solar V. Thank you so much for the resub. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the McLaren seat. Ron Swanson popping the pits, he decides to abort. Look at how cloudy it is out here in Italy, man. It is very cloudy. Don't know what. It looks gloomy, doesn't it? Exceptionally gloomy. This rain is gonna stick around for the entirety of qualifying. Now, I do not know if it's gonna stick around once the race session itself actually starts. But obviously, as of right now, we are in a very wet condition. Johan Lara has a whole second to make up. Oh, that's not going to be the second. He needs to make that right there. He definitely just lost all, if he even had it. At that moment right there, it's gone. Absolutely gone. Do want to see. Oh, now it's invalid. Oh, yeah, he's struggling. He's struggling big time. Let's check out Gary. Gary on an actual hot lap. Is he up at his time, though? Let's see as he comes to the sector marker. He's currently 8/10 down on his time. This is just going to be a slow lap, basically an out lap times 2 to get him ready for his true hot lap coming up in just a second. Hoopalicious says, apparently the driver said the weather shows it's a thunderstorm. We'll find out if it actually is. If it is, then that's going to be a very interesting long race here in Italy. A lot of stuff can happen when it gets wet. Also, Hoopo, how you doing, bro? Good to see ya. There he goes. Gary trying to set another fast time. Reigning champ from last season. Put my notes real fast as we watch Gary take turn 3 and 4. Last into this. I watched a video that Chandler had posted on his Twitter about him absolutely blasting this track. It was his video of him sitting in a hot lap, but I'm amazed by how fast he can go through this track. And just you guys in general, Hupo, you too. You guys are insanely quick. It's absolutely amazing to watch. So fun. Gary so far not really putting up a good, good times to improve on last week's performance and get himself, back up in the lead of a championship standing right now. His teammate Silencer is currently leading the championship. Obviously, we only have one race under our belt, but it was enough for him to set his mark down, put himself in front position. As of right now, can he get underneath that 25.158, or is that going to be a fluke run from Shazam? This is looking quickish. Not going to be fast enough, though. It's 25.6, and that's second place currently, but not first. Dude, Shazam absolutely nailed that lap that he put down. Right now, he's looking so good. Sitting up on provisional, still not moving. Gooslayer coming around the last corner. Silencer retiring. Oh no, Silencer crashed. And he is retired. And there's Gooslayer now putting it on pole by 1/100th of a second. That is a close gap. Very close. Sheesh. Now we'll be able to see. Yep. There's an AlphaTauri right here with your winner. We've got DQ'd now. Interesting. But Silencer had crashed just past turn. I think he crashed out because the way he exited out of turn 3. Probably a little awkward for him. And it's got a little sideways and he's out. Oh! Got another yellow flag. Set 3. It's probably just the Ferrari going a little slow. No big deal. Nothing to worry about. Me freaking out over nothing. As we do. Just the usual. Hote Tao is looking clean so far. Not too shabby in the wet Alpine. Anybody ever notice the rain graphics of this game are so awkward and weird? Here he goes. Can he improve? There's an awkward line right there. It's going to be in 26 minutes. 26.6. That's fourth. Doesn't improve at all. Did you ever notice the awkward rain graphics? Look at the raindrops on the car and how they appear and then just like randomly disappear. It makes no sense. They're just like, meow, meow. It's weirdly weird. Maybe I'm the one who knows that. I don't know. Let's see what Ron Swanson's got going on. What it do, Swan? Swanson looked like, from what I saw when I just moved under his camera, up in his lap data up the top right, it looked like he was 2/10 improved on his time right now. But he's got a lot more than 2/10 to do. If he wants to get even close to that pole position, he's got 1.2 seconds that he needs to improve. And right now, he is sitting 0.3 up on his time. But it is not enough currently for pole position. Somehow he had to find 0.9 in the next 2 corners. Now, I don't know if I don't see that happening. It's possible. Anything's possible technically, but I don't see that happening. I see him getting himself into that 3rd place position, a de-seating Silencer. Nope, just barely off from 0.2 off of Silencer at a 1:25.801, barely outside of the top 3. What's that too? Check out little Stiggy over here. Stiggy in the McLaren. Solar V also in the McLaren. McLaren has 2 good drivers tonight. Really decent chance for a high double points finish in my opinion. Who's Slayer? Oh my gosh! It is a 24th. The 24.842. That is a speedster of a lap. Wow, that is good. That is a really good lap. Oh, Goose Slayer. Now what can Shazam do to fight back on that? He is starting on the hot lap. Can he fight back, or is he just gonna stay there and get bitten? Johan Lauder actually now out. Retired in the pits, so it looks like. Where he decided, yeah, I think he just decided, hey, that's all I got. Calling it. Lara's done. Shazam, is he up on his time right now? He is up in his, oh my gosh. He is way up on his time. He's got a half a second improved right now. That is a massive improvement. Obviously, a lot of these drivers are probably improving too, but Shazam has it all to do. Can he hold this improvement all the way through? Gary now in 3rd place at 25.593. Now the grid starts to tighten up like we saw last week in Bahrain. Qualifying was separated by all but a second from top to bottom pretty much. Very, very small variance beyond that. Right now, Shazam up 6.5 on his best time. Putting it down here in Sagi Romana. Oh, is he going to get held up in his last 2 corners? He had a little bit of a lockup going down there. Goes wide, but does not validate somehow. And here goes blast and blast and blast into the start-finish line. It's going to be improvement by how much? It's a 24.409. That is a screamer of a time. 2/10 up off of Goose Slayer. Speaking of which, is Goose Slayer going to combat this with another hot lap, or is he going to be stuck? He looks slow. That's it for Goose Slayer. Goose Slayer cannot improve. He's stuck at 24.6 at best. Gary is currently on a hot lap again. It's going to be enough. Is it going to be enough? Obviously, I will move it on to our fan favorite, Ron Swanson, who's actually gone off track. He's decided, yeah, Ron Swanson's out. Just kidding. So we're not going to. Oh, a little bit of a shaky finish for Gary. He may have actually been able to improve right there, but just barely not. It's improvement, yes, but not as much as I think he probably could have. Probably could have gotten it down into the 24s. And now sitting at 25.2 flat. Not bad. By anybody's standard, that is not bad at all. That bunny flow is done. It's a personal friend of mine. Locking up like crazy. Not having the qualifying session that he's used to. Oh! Not having a qualifying session that he would be proud of. Ace, a self-proclaimed God in the rain. Not driving too godlike today. This Solar V improves significantly, goes from 13th place all the way up into 8th place, bumping his teammate down a position, but bumping himself up 5. Huge final lap for qualifying, and that is the end of qualifying. We have our order done and dusted. Shazam at a 24.249 sick time. Gooslayer 24.602. Gary 25.2. Those three making up the top three. Potato 25.655. SRT Silencer 25.664. Just 1/100 separate 5th and 6th place, or 4th and 5th place, excuse me. Wow, that is a close gap between those two. Which then brings us down to Ron Swanson in 6th place at a 125.80. Bad Bunny at 125.84. 0.04 of seconds separate those two. Solar V 26.041. Johan Lauder 26.104. Valkyrie 26.244. That's our top 10. Pretty solid times, if you ask me. These guys have it a lot to be proud of for those times. Those are quick. Wow. You guys excited to go racing here in Imola? I am stoked. It's going to be a gosh darn pleasure to commentate tonight here for Breakout. Remember, if you guys do like the stuff and you haven't already followed yet, make sure you smash that follow button. Obviously, the subscriptions definitely help us out a ton. As a league, we can keep making the resources and everything we do for the league better for you guys. So yeah, make sure to send the support. Solar V, what a final lap, man. You killed it. That was some ice in your veins right there. And we got a dry track out here for the race. And I wonder what setups everybody used. Were they using dry setups or wet setups or a slight hybrid between the two? They better hope they were kind of more in that hybrid level, because otherwise, you know, I might do the best for them. Eat Doggo says, sheesh. You guys excited? I'm stoked. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. It's gonna be a gosh darn great race. Thank you so much, Nightbot. So kind of you. I had to wait for the first 5 chat messages, then he decided to pop in here. What a nice guy Nightbot is. What a nice guy. So kind. Hey, seriously though, if you guys haven't already followed the Breakout Twitter, make sure you do it, because we got a lot of fun over here. And we're starting our formation lap. I'm so sorry. I heard the funny noise. I had to do it. It's too good. You can't not. You have a little bit of fun here, you know? Good Sam. I'm so proud of him for that last lap, man. That was incredible. He absolutely murdered it. Now we get to see the tire strategies of all these drivers, because of the fact that we had a wet quali but a dry race. We now have 3 tire choice for all 17 drivers. In the top 10, some of them opting for softs, the other half opting for mediums or hards if you're Valkyrie. The bottom 7, Shredder, Stig on the mediums, Ace, Doggo, Redeemer, and Whiffy on the soft, and Groggy taking a play out of Valkyrie's book, popping on the hard, saying, hey, I'm going to last to lap 30 and pit for soft for 2 laps. Play a little Alex Albon strategy. Speaking of the Alex Albon strategy, Valkyrie could end up in a good spot if his hard stint works out well for him. I think, you know, I personally am not very fast as a driver when I'm playing this game myself. So I can't say like, hey, you know, hards are the right move, because I'm trash on the hards. However, I do know some people out there are incredible on the hard tires. And Valkyrie could be one of those types of guys. Groggy, same thing. And if they're really good on the hard tires, this is going to work out really well for them. Look at all these cars. Oh, they look so good. Lined up all nice and neat. 17 cars racing here in Italy. We're about ready to get set and go. The green lights will come out very soon. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights are out. And they're out. It's race time. Cars are revving. They are moving. Shazam. Solid start. Slayer. Good start too. We got a little bit of movement in the back. Not a whole ton though. Actually, Solar V is staying position. Now he's losing position. Interesting. Everybody going. Runs for clean. Oh, it's gonna clear it off. That could be Stig. It's Solar V who went off on turn 1. Got kind of pushed into a bit of a corner and had to back out hard onto the gravel. Unfortunate. Ooh, that's actually now I think Potato has gone off on turn 5. Unfortunate. We saw both those in the very back. Look at all these cars charging up the hill. Towards turn 8. Clean. Shazam, blast it. I like to stay on leader cam 4 now. Oh, he's looking good. Actually, I want to get out of leader cam. I want to go to ace cam. He's making up significant positions. Check this out, everybody. Let's get off his tires. Look at the position changes. With the winner right now, up 7 positions. Ace is made up 4. Taytao, though, with the biggest loss on lap 1. 13 positions gone. In a split second. Just lost him off very quickly within a minute and 17 seconds. Ace now putting the pressure on Valkyrie, who was on those hard tires. Can he get the move on and get the pass on early? I think he wants to stay behind Valkyrie any longer than he has to. He's actually already making the nose for it. There you go. Gonna go side by side, and that is Ace. You can see him in front of the Alpine long before the corner even started. Now he is moving and grooving. Something else moving and grooving is Shredder. Put pressure on Yeet-Doggo. Oh, Yeet-Doggo looks really awkward. There he goes. He's off. That turn-in just did not go well for him, and he went way out. Yeet-Doggo now having to recover from a massive off. Our league admin Redeemer kind of in a little bit of a 3-way battle with the McLaren and Alfa Romeo and himself, but he's made it out on top of that exchange. Solar V now trying to recover. Oh, a little bit of a tap on the Alfa Romeo. Groggy Oregano. We're not happy, but it's Stig, who's out with Whippy Winner. They've collided, and there's Stig right there. Virtual safety car, Whippy Winner, walking around or driving around like a little Pinocchio. Just that big old nose. And it's a full safety car, actually. All these drivers have been going to have a chance to pit, but I don't think really any of them are going to. It would be a little silly if they did. As really look at that tire wear, nothing to really worry about. Here I'll stay right now in the McLaren. Down only half of its cars. Heatwave says the esports line I'm learning from tier 3. Hey man, they got the big brains. If you ask me, they got the biggest brains out of all the tiers. These breakout boys up here in tier 1, like Chandler and stuff, nah, they're slow. Gotta look at these tier 3 guys. That Groggy Oregano, that Redeemer line. Redeemer's got it dialed, bro. Promise you. Look at all those safety cars, man. Look at all those cars. Ooh, this is such a nice angle. That was cool. Good, huh? Such a long ways to go, and Whippy Winner, the huge ways to go too. Whippy Winner is going to be the reason why we're under safety car for a long time. As of right now, he has a huge amount of time to make up. If you look at the cars for the rest of the grid, they're actually like not that far behind for the pit stop right now. Whippy Winner's just sitting in the pits, not even moving. There he goes. He probably forgot he was probably just taking his dog out or something like that. You know what you usually do in the middle of a race. He was sitting there for a while, wasn't he? Interesting. All right, Itago, you're already on the back of the pack. Wiki winner, it's gonna take him 2 more laps to get back up there, man. Wow. And there's Itago. Kind of moving around. Go to the inside, the outside, the pit stop bollard. Playing some slalom games here at the beginning of the pit stop. That's funny. Oh, heat waves. Rough. It's gonna be that bad, huh? Is it really, Hoopo? What makes it so bad? We're in safety car. We got time for a conversation. What makes it so bad? Oh, I do want to say, though, guys, Gary and Ron Swanson, last season's first place and second place finishers, are right now sitting in second and third. With Shazam, you know, obviously sitting up on top of them, but only just. Little fun fact, in case you guys didn't notice yet. Dude, is Wiki Winner even gonna make it back to the safety car queue before it all goes in? That's the real question. Literally undetermined at this point. I do not know if he can. He's got a lot of time to make out. It's 52 seconds. Huge gap. Huge gap. He's making it up, you know, in troves, but it's still a lot of guys make up. Oh, actually, is that Itago who spun? Yeah, he did. Oh no. Itago is already spun under safety car, and so now he's gonna have to go back in and get another wing, which really won't cause him too much of a trouble because Wiki Winner is still so far back. But still, that's tough. Tough for Itago. The instant where people move under braking and bad dive bombs. That's rough. Let me guess, there's probably Drix who did all of it. Good chance of it. Drix is just crazy, man. Drix is the crazy dude. Drix is the homie. Itago will not make it out in front of Wiki Winner. And now he's actually going to lose a position. That one thing he had was being able to say he wasn't in last place. But now he is in last. Drix Bottle, did he really, Hoopo? Yikes. Oof. Looks so good going up the hill like that. Wiki Winner now able to make it back. Itago should be able to make it back himself too. Yeah, he'll be back up there in no time. This is my favorite angle for the whole track. How cool is that angle, y'all? Of a camera angle. So cool. Actually, I want to be on Shazam cam. Shazam knows safety car's going to be going in pretty soon. He should be getting the call. There it is. Gonna say, he should be getting the call very soon. And there's the call. It's moving. It's grooving. The Mercedes AMG GTS is blasting its way back down to the pits as Shazam is getting the pack ready to go racing again here in turn 3. Here he goes, second last corner. Has yet to hit the accelerator. There he goes. He does it halfway through the corner. Gary wasn't quite expecting that, actually. Ron had a way better jump on him, but Goose had the best in the top 5. Goose now only 3/10 out from Swanson. Actually gaining. Maybe dumping a little bit of ERS. This might be now. We're going to have a much cleaner line going through this versus the start, because the start, obviously, you know, on starts, you have everybody kind of bunched up, so that's why turn 1 wasn't nearly as bad this time around. Oh, actually, Ace looking a little squarely. Let's stay on Ace cam. Ace has already gapped out Valkyrie by a whole second. Valkyrie sitting on those hard tires, really struggling on those. The person who's in the best spot is Johan Lada. Johan Lada actually trying to make a pass on Silencer. Silencer closed the door. Does not let the Red Bull through. Mercedes versus Red Bull classic battle. Oh, the Red Bull, boy, better get out and go off of that corner over SRT Silencer. How about that? For a quarter for Johan Lada. Now he's putting the pressure on. And he's moving. That was sweet. Potato has spun the back. Tough for Potato. He's missing a right end plate. As Shredder is going to take over him, and Redeemer a little far back. Bad Bunny flow. Pressure on Silencer. Does not like that. Who's got overtaken in a bit of a. Or sorry, Johan Lauder, the one who did the overtaking. He doesn't like the fact that he had to watch that. He wants to get moving. Can he do it? Oh no, he can't. He actually spins it. That's a DNF for Bad Bunny flow. Crashes hard into the barrier on the left side of the track. That's safety car number 2 here in Italy. Oh my Lanta, my caster's curse is coming into full effect, and these soft runners are thanking me endlessly that I have just given them a free pit stop. You're very welcome, sirs. You're very welcome. I accept payments in the form of Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. Yes, you're welcome. Honestly, y'all, I have the worst caster's curse in the world. I swear, whenever I look at anybody, there's a super solid shot they're going to spin, crash, or something within the next, like, 30 seconds to a minute. It's incredible. You're welcome for all the good entertainment. That's amazing how I seem to be able to do that so with such ease. Okay, will the soft runners go pop in? Let's see if Shadam is going to pop in or not. He's lining up, so he will. Yep, he does. Gary's going to do the same thing. Goose is not going to. He thought about it. Swanson is. Johan is. Thatcher is not. Soft runners all going in. Medium hard runners not going in. Keith Algo obviously not going to go in. He's only on 1 lap on mediums. He spun on under safety car. We're a quarter of the way through this race today, y'all, and we already have 2 safety cars. Only a quarter of the way through. A lot more racing to go, but dude, if it stays like this, man, it's gonna take us 2 hours to get through this race. Will these drivers ever get out of the car? I think they're actually going to retire in their car. As in, like, they'll be in there till they're in their 70s or 80s. Not like they'll retire, like they won't finish the race. Anyways, you guys understood what I meant. Oh. Gary and Ron Swanson sitting in 9th and 10th place respectively. Swanson opting for the soft on this restart. I think he's just kind of expecting there to be another safety car soon. But Gary's saying, nah, it's going to take a little longer this time around. I'm going to go on the mediums. Who do you think is going to be right? I don't know. Dig? I'd say leave it to the steward chat rather than in this chat. That's what I have to say. That's all I have to say. But what did happen anyway? In a kind, not aggressive towards Whiffy way. What happened between you and Whiffy Quinner? I'd say it that way too. Unless Stig has already left the chat, in which case, bye Stig. Cars are all catching up. Redeemer, not in the pits. Ron Swanson did go back in the pits. He realized, I think he put on the wrong tire compound. Now he's onto the mediums. Or maybe he heard me talking trash, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't like that trash talk. I'm gonna go put in the mediums. Prove you wrong. Did he really, Stig? Do you think he lost control coming out of turn 4, or it was like a move to the left or move to the right? Ugh. That's, dude. Well, I'm sure we'll see it in the stewards report. Make sure you submit, of course. Of course. Always best. Ron Swanson now. Sitting in the back of the pack. See if he can do a recovery drive for the century. I have faith. I hope you guys have faith. Ron Swanson, if anybody is capable of putting on a recovery drive to go from 15th up onto the podium, if not first place, it is this man right here in the red, Mr. Ron Swanson, 7580. See what you can do. Oh, sweet steak. Perfect. Then you're set. What do you guys think? Where do you think Ron is going to finish this point? I'm guessing with him sitting here in 15th place, I'm thinking Ron Swanson finishes in 4th, my guess. Solar V, though, looking solid right now. Goose Layer. It's a sweet time to launch it. Kind of gave Silencer enough time to react, and Solar V a lot of time to react. And she passes Valkyrie, who was a ghosted car. And Solar V now in 3rd place. Looking solid for him. Oh, he actually had to give it up because it may have given him an illegal overtake. So now he's back down to 6, but now he's going to see if he can get around Withy Winner. I'm going to stick on this. As Stig has, said some pretty strong words about Withy Winner. Let's see if those do ring true under a different driver, a different circumstance. Kazan getting past Shredder. They're going side by side. Stay on Solar V. Put the pressure on Withy Winner. Withy Winner actually getting a little bit of gap created now between him and Solar V. Solar V looking very tentative to this sector. Not the same level exit, but a good entry to that corner. It's a good corner, don't get me wrong, but not quite the same as Withy Winner. Withy Winner, oh, not the same level right there. If Solar V didn't have to slow down to make sure he didn't hit Withy Winner, he probably would have had a significantly faster exit out of that corner. Thanks for the dive. Let's stay out of it. I think he was maybe just looking for a breaking point and watching for his racing line. I do that all the time, personally. I'll peek my nose out, be like, oh, can I make it? Oh, no, I'm really just looking for my line. Oh, okay. And then I get right back into position where I belong. Here goes McLaren. Solar V, he's got a very small margin. Uh-oh, what's going to happen right here? It's Withy Winner actually backing out of that corner. Decides not to go for it. Now Shazam against his teammate. Shazam obviously has him on pace by a large margin. Withy Winner having backed out for Solar V, but did not, according to Stig, back out for him. I wasn't there to see it, so I have no idea. Maybe he was just upset with himself that he already ruined one McLaren's race and didn't want to do it to another. Who knows? What I do know is SRT Silencer and Golden Slayer are kind of already putting themselves out into a little group of their own with no one else really anywhere near them. They're a big chunk away from everybody else. I want to see. Right now, our biggest winner is obviously Yeet Doggo. Biggest loser is, unfortunately, our boy Potato. Down in 11th place. Shazam now getting past the winner. They go side by side. It's going to be done and dusted. Gary now putting the pressure on the winner, or on the Withy. Not going to have DRS this time around, but next time around he'll get the DRS. Right now he will have the ERS. He's not using it, unlike some other people on the grid probably are using it. Last down turn 1, Ferrari peeks his nose at Ron Swanson. Is now past Shredder into 8th place from 15th where he was not too long ago in an ace. I don't even know what happened to him, but he's way down there. In 15th, I didn't even see him drop all the positions. It's like Johan Lauda is going to make an attempt. He does not. Shredder open the door for him though. Shredder left it wide open. He said, hey, you might be a vampire, so I've got an offer to let you come in. So come on in. Here's the door open. But he didn't take it. Johan Lauda needs to think about making the move as soon as he can. Every single lap behind is a lap loss from his pace. Oh, it's actually a big mistake by Shredder. He caught it, but he must have a brown race suit right now. What was once red and white is now very much so brown, as he probably pooped himself a little bit in that recovery. That was scary. For certain. His watcher is going to get some heavy-duty action tonight. Gary now put pressure on his championship rival, Jam Pancakes. Ron Swanson. Whippy winner, obviously sitting up to 2 DRS users. Both of them get past him with no sort of problems whatsoever. Gary, though, still has to stay behind Ron Swanson. Can't put the pressure on yet. Swanson's still long ahead. In fact, Swanson, a much better turn. Turn 1, 2, and 3. And looks better even through 4, 5. Wow. Clinical drive for him. Johan Lada. Red Bull fighting the AlphaTauri, his sister teammate with Whiffy Winner. He's right up on the back of him too. Gonna make the move soon. I think he just might. Has to back out a little bit actually. Mix of, he had a little bit of an awkward, loss of grip, but also Whiffy Winner was definitely slower than him for sure through there. Our first time penalty is gone to SMC Silencer, probably with 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Well, cutting corners. There it is. Perfect. We're going to stay on Silencer Cam. Silencer's going to make a pretty easy pass on the outside of Goose Slayer. Really not having to work for it very much because this DRS on this track is very strong. There he goes. He's through. Thoroughly through. Whiffy Winner is losing positions left and right. Now he's all the way down to 10th. After his safety car restart, but he was up in like 5th. Lost 5 positions. Tough, man. Very tough for him. Yeet Doggo can do. Yeet Doggo had a bit of an up and down race so far. He started out decently strong, had a big off onto the gravel, and is now back up into 4th place. Very interesting race for him. Non-traditional, that's for certain. Another gap between Ron Swanson and Gary is actually increasing. Ron is gapping out Gary pretty massively here. This looks like a track that's definitely favoring Ron Swanson over Gary. And Solar V is now on the bubble of pressure from Ron Swanson. Ron Swanson probably have the DRS pretty soon. Down this Goose Slayer Cam. Goose Slayer gonna have the DRS for sure. Silencer almost no shot. He holds this. I think he knows it. He's not even trying. Dumping ERS. He just kind of lets the Williams through, and it's done. But what about Solar V and Ron Swanson? That's what I want to know. Ron Swanson is not able to make this pass here through DRS. Will he be able to have a significantly better pace advantage in the next few corners? No. Also goes deep. Turn 2. Oh my gosh! That's the Red Bull getting tapped out by Gary, I think, is what happened with Johan Lara and Gary. Gary got a little sideways. Johan Lara was right up on him. There's nothing Johan could do to avoid that. Oh my gosh! Okay, he's back on track good. He looked like, oh, just kidding, he's not back on track good. Very much so not good. He needs to recover now. Johan Lara so far back after a bad spin by nearly colliding, if not colliding with Gary. I couldn't tell if there was actually contact or not. Now back at a 14th place is what he was in 8th. Titau now taking up the helm of his fallen brethren. Now only half a second back from Gary. Gary 3 seconds out from Ron Swanson. Ron Swanson half a second away from Solar V. Ron Swanson has no ERS to play with. Solar's got plenty, but Ron's gonna have it done easily. Solar basically just let him through. He knew it wasn't worth the fight. He said, go ahead, take this position. Go make us proud, Dad. Bouncer now. Going back to Shazam. Pretty packed grid, minus Ace. Everybody is pretty darn close to each other. Ooh, that's Johan Lara deciding to DNF into pits. He decides to call it quincies. Tough race for Johan. After that bad spin, his race was over in his head. And that's really all that matters. If your race is over in head, then you're dead. Dino, I had a feeling, man. I saw he got squirrely and you were just in the wrong place, wrong time, huh? Here goes Potato. Trying to catch up on Gary. Gary not having a very confident race today. Does not look like a championship winner right now. Does not look like his old self. That's for sure. He's looking a little sketchy. That's 3 seconds more for Gary now. Yikes. Now those that decide to go in on the mediums at the safety car are feeling pretty smart right now. The one who stayed on soft. I don't remember who it was actually on soft section, not safety car, but it's tough, bro. It's very tough. Dino, man, that's a big rip, bro. Sorry that you crashed, man. Here goes Solar V, putting the pressure on Neat Doggo as he has escaped Gary. Gary actually must have had a little bit of an off. Hey, Gary's looking awkward, man. Something's up with him today. Not looking very confident, if you ask me. I want to see what happens. Now, I think it's going to have some action right here, man. The McLaren Red Bull, Solar V, and Neat Doggo. I think Solar V will be able to make this pass, obviously, this next lap. I think it's going to have the DRS advantage on Neat Doggo like crazy. The question is, is there going to be more action than just a little DRS pass? Because as of right now, so far here in Imola, we only have really just some DRS passes and a couple butt passes here and there, but not a whole ton of crazy action. It's a lot of DRS, though. Can the McLaren get the move on? He's got to put the pressure. He's in it. They're side by side. Oh, the switchback did the Red Bull. But the McLaren ended up on top, going very slow through turn one. Had to slow down Neat Doggo, who then could not end up getting past him on the switchback. Potato is very close to Gary. And Ron Swanson, having gone all the way down to the very back of the grid after a bad pit stop mistake, is now up in 4th place. You guys notice that? That's crazy, man. That's bonkers. How does he do that? Textbook race for him. These safety cars are definitely helping out a couple people, Ron Swanson being one of them. Ooh, a little squirrely for Potato. He was putting the pressure on Gary. Ended up losing it from all that pressure. AlphaTauri, if the winner gets in front of them, and now Potato has to get back in the grid, back formation, and get on cracking with it. They lose positions. Solar V. Let's see. Can he get past Neat Doggo here on this next straight? Doggo has no ERS. Solar V has got oodles and oodles of it, but he's not using any of it. He's allowing himself just to kind of get up there naturally. Doesn't care so much about making the pass quite yet. I think he's just playing for the conservation game. He's got 18 lap old mediums. Solar V on 13 lap old. He's got 18 lap old mediums, and Neat Doggo, he's on 13 lap old mediums. The top advantage is going to Doggo right now, but undercut advantage is going towards Solar V. Solar V, I'm guessing, I think he's already had a soft compound stint. That's the case, that he'll probably pop on another set of mediums in like 5 laps and then take them to the end, call it a day. Probably less than 5 laps. But you can take softs for about 10 laps too here, so he's probably also thinking, hey, you know, can I wait till lap 22, 23, get on the softs and just crank it all at the end and run the undercut? That might be a good idea too. Let's check the PoCam. Potato. After having another, him and so many others have had quite the up and down type races where they've, you know, been far up in front and then they've, you know, had offs, crashes, whatever you may have it. They've moved down. Neat Doggo is now popping the pits actually already. I'm kind of surprised it's going in early. It seems early. Keep waiting for an undercut. Yeah, he's on the sauce for 12 more laps. Interesting. Trap for Neat Doggo. But yeah, as I was saying about Potato, he's had quite an up and down race today. He started out doing well, had a couple of, you know, offs here and there, and now he's back up in a 9th. He's in the points. But it's definitely not been a straightforward race by any means necessary. Somebody who also hasn't had a straightforward race is this guy, Ron Swanson. Ron right now being beat by Silencer in the by Silencer in the championship. Silencer in first place in the championship as of right now. Shazam, I don't believe he scored any points last week. Let me triple check. I do not believe he scored any points last week, which means that Shazam and Silencer would be tied. Depending on who got fast slap last week. Shazam, a reserve driver, looking really clean in the reserve spot. Quite impressive. Our second place finisher last week was BRL Kieran. Ron Swanson finished in third last week. So right now, Ron Swanson would improve since Silencer has now gone to the pits. He's going for the undercut move. Now pit strategy is starting to play into real effect rather than just on track, raw pace. It's now about how can you manage this pit strategy. Let's go check out Silencer as he gets out of the pits. Let's go run a lap with Silencer on some fresh softs. Let's see how our current championship leader does. Here's Emilia. He made turn 3, now it's a fast turn 4 and a little bit slower turn 5. Looks very clean. He looks planted. Almost looks like time trial. Making up time like crazy. Look, he has 2.4 seconds between him and Groggy Oregano. By the end of this lap, it'll be a second, guarantee you. Yellow flag. Oh no, Whiffy Winner. Whiffy Winner has spun. Right here at turn 5. Tough. We're gonna go on Silencer again. That's now. Dude, holy smoke a roll, he's making up times on Groggy Oregano. He's putting in the pressure. Oh, is that Goose Slayer? Guys, Goose Slayer has broken his wings bad, and he gets 5 seconds beating the pits because he couldn't slow down for it. Now Silencer is already in DRS zone of Groggy, and Goose Slayer retires in the pits after crashing. On 20 lap old mediums. Could have finished. One thing I'll never understand, y'all, is why people retire in the pits. You never know what's gonna happen. This is racing, man. Nothing is ever guaranteed. But I'm not people. I make my own decisions, they make theirs. And people making their decisions. Valkyrie on the 21 lap old hards, working out for him pretty well against Ace, sitting in 10th place. Ah, Heatwave, that would make sense. Wheel problems. That makes sense. That's tough, man. Poor Goose Slayer. Raptor does say Shazam is clear, and I must say you are probably right. 8 seconds right now to the good on Ron Swanson with only 2 lap disadvantage on his tires. Negligible. Absolutely negligible. This man is in a class of his own right now, just driving like he's got the old track to himself, and he pretty much does. He's got 8 seconds behind him, and from him to Whiffy Winner, it's probably another 8 seconds or so. So he's really just sitting in the middle of a big old gap. Yeah, he's roughing it. Silencer, though, start setting the fastest lap at a 1:16.565. It's not bad. It's not bad for the Mercedes. For the Mercedes. Let's see if Potato can improve and get some pressure up on our league admin, LVR Redeemer. The pressure's already there. Potato had a better sector right there, but only by a smidge. Let's kind of even it out a little bit. Potato hard on the brakes. He needs to stay in that second gap between him and Redeemer. Redeemer has like 20 times the ERS as Potato does. Potato using everything he's got just to stay in that second. And Redeemer trying to get himself out of it, but unable to. He's going to have the pressure DRS now. It's done. Yeah, he'll have it. Oh, actually, he'll have his own pressure. He'll DNF. He crashed right there on his own some. And Redeemer is out of the race from a spin after feeling the massive pressure. That's tough, man. Poor Redeemer. Poor guy. darn. You hate to see those. Leaders cars clear out the track. No safety car. 8 laps to go. All these drivers, the ones that wanted a safety car, had already just passed the pits anyway, so no one's too sad about that. I would say about the safety car position, but about Redeemer being dead, everyone's sad. Ooh, speaking of sad, look at Eat Doggo putting pressure on Groggy right now. Eat Doggo driving a little aggro on Groggy. Is he gonna give it up? Groggy Reno did not have to get that corner. Yeah, Groggy Reno right now holding it down. It's a little bit of a battle between these two in 7th and 6th. Soft tires versus medium tires. Obviously, Doggo has massive tire advantage. There goes down the inside. Is he gonna make it? Super late. In fact, he closes the door like crazy and forces Groggy Oregano to take evasive maneuver. That was nasty. It was very aggressive. Fair, yes. Aggressive, absolutely. Did not leave any space. Eat Doggo does not care. He's just moving. And he's now got a massive gap immediately. Only reason why Groggy has this DRS right here is because he basically just gotten it from circumstance. Ooh, that's Shredder off. Back on the racetrack as a ghosted car. Oh! Shredder goes off again and smacks the wall at full force. They're doing some celebratory donuts long before he's won this race. In fact, he's currently in last. Unable to gain control of his car. Very sketchy. Through that clear visor on the gravel, and it's going to be maybe another one. Nope. Come on. Hold together, Shredder. You got this. All right, Shredder is now moving back, and he is shifting gears and trying to disappear. What a catch. I'm going to stay on Shredder cam, honestly. This is pretty fun. See him. It's going to be a little bit of Formula Drift. This is going to be a scary spot right here. These very hot tires. Oh, he manages. Very well. I rocked him. On Solar V. Just taking up on an AI driver. I was excited. I was like, ooh, Solar V is on someone. Ooh, Potato and Silencer. So, Silencer's now just made it past Potato. Now he's got to worry. Can Potato hold it? I doubt it. Potato, 18 lap old medium. Silencer, 4 lap old soft. No chance. Wise, everybody has 3 seconds except for Ace, currently sitting at 6th. The rest of the drivers are obviously all clean. No other types of time penalties. Last few laps of this race have been relatively uneventful, which I would say is not necessarily a bad thing. That means that no one's crashing, no one's dying, and that's a good thing. But Silencer is trying to take over his teammate Gary. They don't really care they're on the same team. They're both fighting for the same championship. They want to be crowned this season's Tier 3 racing champion. They don't give a crap which color the other one drives for. They're just trying to be up on the top step at the end of the day. And Silencer right now on the pit strategy that is more likely than not going to have him a significant advantage. In fact, watching him dwindle the gap, turn after turn after turn. This gap is not lasting. Silencer is in deep trouble. He wants to hold this gap and hold his position over his teammate. But Gary's in deep trouble. He wants to hold his position over his teammate Silencer. Oh. Who else is in trouble is the AI driver, Valkyrie, obviously. It's an AI driver. 25 lap old hards. Shredder catching 3 seconds. What's happened to Shredder, man? This last half of the race has just been downhill for him. Tough. We're going to Merc v Merc. See what the Mercadettes can do to each other. There's Gary looking a little bit awkward through that corner. Definitely an awkward exit as compared to Silencer, who's looking planted like a tree root. Oh my gosh! How much position he just made up on that chicane. Whereas, as some of my friends like to call it a chicken, he made some serious time on that chicken. Now goes the second last turn, and the last turn, he'll dive into it very fast. He's going to have the pace advantages on the exit, quite potentially a little bit. But it doesn't even matter how much pace advantage he had. He's got DRS advantage now. Gary just going to get to the side and say, go ahead, teammate. You earned it. take it. Now Gary is in 4th place. Equal time penalties. Ooh, we actually have a spun out McLaren. The Solar V has spun. He does still have a wing, but it's a damaged wing. That left front end plate is gone. So now he's gonna have to pit. No way he's gonna finish the last 4 laps on. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna finish these last 4 laps on this broken car. He can't. I mean, he can. But will he? No. I mean, look at how squirrely he's like. He just needs to get in there, get a little bit mentally recoup himself. Get a new wing. Slow down hard. Not good time penalty. There you go. You look fine. So let's see him throw on a new wing. There he goes. He's moving. Gary is putting the pressure on Silencer. He had Silencer get past him last lap, but he is not content. He says, hey, I can get back. Oh my gosh, Ron Swanson is getting gapped by Shazam like crazy. I agree, Ritzy. The big gap. Gary can't put it down the same way that Silencer can. Obviously, Silencer on significantly better tire advantage. Yeah, but there's no way that he can get past. Like, I don't think he'll be able to make this time up. Now, obviously, anything can happen. You know, this is racing, and penalty-wise, they're equal. So Silencer catches another 3 seconds, and that is the position given to Gary, and that would mean Gary is on the podium. But he's still not going to be happy, obviously, losing out to his teammate, and especially not happy losing out to Ron Swanson. That's never... Oh, actually, as I'm talking, Silencer picks up 3. Now he's got to put the real hammer down, because he's got 1.8 seconds to gap between him and Gary. Otherwise, Gary will take that 3rd place position from him on penalties. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We just added some intrigue, but you know what? As he does that, he starts gapping some time. I mean, he still has a shot. But he's got to make quite a bit of time up the next few corners. He's doing it. He's at almost a 2-second gap now between him and Gary. Gary looking shaky comparatively to Silencer. Britzy, you say he was on pace to not fast and tier 1 drivers is realistic? No way. Wow. Darn. Oh, thanks, Britzy. I appreciate it, man. You know, I love some intrigue, man. And I want to see Gary put the pressure on, dude. I want to see Silencer make another mistake. So that way Gary has a better chance of taking this, because I want this to come down the last corners. But, dude, Silencer took that 3-second penalty on the chin. And now he's just moving and grooving, dude. He's, like, not even bothered whatsoever. He's pushing. And I think he'll probably end up extending that gap well enough to the point that he'll be able to stay up into that podium position. I mean, it's 0.4 of a second. We're entering our second to last lap right now. And you know, anything's on the table still. Half a second between him and Gary. He's got 2 laps to do it. It's a lot. That's a lot of laps to be able to make up be able to make up half a second. You'll be able to do it almost certainly. Redeemer, you were on for your first points. That's tough, bro. You were having a decent race until that crash, man. That was a weird one too. Yeah, I know. You were in a good spot. Oh, there's Gary. Now out of that 3-second gap. If we check these time penalties again, there it is. Silencer was 6, Gary with 3. Silencer needs to bring it on home. He doesn't even need to push at all. But I do want to see, though, I want to see Shazam. I want to check this guy out, man. He was losing time, yes. You guys notice he had like an 11-second gap, and now he's at like 6 seconds. He's lost 5 seconds, sure. But he's just cruising, that's why. He's not even trying to push hard because he has such a massive gap. Doesn't even care, man. Just murdering. Well, Ritzy, Valkyrie, the old menacing AI driver that he is right now. Yeah. Menacing AI, that's for sure. Eat Doggo now, 3 more seconds. Eat Doggo. Doesn't even matter to him, though. He's so far out from Groggy. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Hold on. Do we have any interesting potentialities for time penalties? No. Nothing. No, this race is looking like it's almost done and dusted. And Shazam is killing it right now. Obviously, since the start, he's been killing it. And he's still moving and grooving. He's coming around the final last bit of this last lap. Looks clean. Shazam picks up his first time penalty. Doesn't even care. He's still got 7.8 seconds between him and Ron Swanson. Swanson probably looking at his top. He's like, dude, give me 5 more laps. I could have taken it over. But it does not matter. He doesn't have those 5 laps. He is going to cross the finish line in first place as a reserve driver. Shazam 50 has finished the race on top. Ron Swanson coming around the last corner. Now he is going to cross the line in second place. Silencer going to hold it down in third, not pressured by Gary, who is going to finish it off in fourth place after lapping Solar V. Fifth place will go to Yeet Doggo. No, it will not. Potato has made up enough time. Yeet Doggo will lose it. Potato will take fifth place. Yeet Doggo will go into sixth. Froggy Regina will go into seventh place. Ace will be almost certainly stuck in that eighth. But let's check. We'll see. We don't know yet. It's the last couple corners. I just put on the last corner of the last lap before, so I can't say anything right now. Froggy Rando about to cross the line in seventh place. Ace crosses it in eighth in British Racing Green, and with the winner closing out the top 9. Solar V throws it in 10th place. That he does with Shredder just outside the points in 11th. Big rip for a couple of those drivers. Solar V, well done to finish it off. Good race to you. The Mercedes, obviously the highest performing constructor tonight. They did pretty darn well, if you ask me. Obviously, we got Shazam celebrating up on the podium, looking great. Good race for the reserve driver. He must feel happy about himself. Ron Swanson obviously sitting second. Really going to help him out in the championship against his rival Jam Pancakes. Again, another fun inside joke. Against his current rival right now is not Gary as it currently stands. Right now, his current rival is Silencer, SRT Silencer, with a first place finish last week. Solar V does get that extra point for the fastest lap at 1:15.8, significantly faster than anybody else's fastest lap. Your next closest competitor in fastest lap time was 1:16.5. Holy smokes, Solar V, well done. Not bad. Obviously, first place, started in first, finished in first. Shazam 50, killer race. Ron Swanson in second, SRT Silencer in third, Gary in fourth, Potato in fifth, Yeet Doggo in sixth, Groggy seventh, Ace eighth, with the winner ninth, Solar V in 10th. Let us go do some podium interviews. Let's see if we can get... I'm going to go see if I can get Silencer first, obviously. That over. That over. Find him. Silencer honestly had a really good race. I'm quite impressed with him, man. He should be very proud of himself. I don't see him. Oh, probably because I'm not in the right thing. Where is he at? Boom. Okay, let's see if I can get him. For a voice call. See if we can get Silencer. He's doing another league race. There's a good chance I don't get him then. So I may actually... I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect that one, and we're gonna abort mission. Instead, we're going to go ahead and And get Ron. Let's get Ron. Ron Swanson. Yeah, seriously, Ritzy. That's incredible. What's going on, Ron?
Hi. Am I? Oh, it's like immediate?
Yeah, I just went ahead and popped it on. Why not?
Oh, all right.
Hey, dude, what a race, man. You had a bit of a tumultuous race.
It was very fun. I did. I had a fun time.
I saw you start out pretty well, but then what happened with you having to go repit for mediums?
I made a baller move because I ended up finishing with 74% of my tires. I told Biwo, my crew chief, I said, I'm gonna pit for the softs and I'm gonna go on the mediums and have 1 lap pressure. And it worked because I probably would have blew a tire the other way.
You said you finished on 74% wear?
Yes, I literally cooked them. I knew I had the ability to do that. And so that's how I passed everyone because I started P15
No
on
way.
that final restart.
Dude.
So I just
Wow.
killed the tires.
Hey.
I'm a little sad though. I felt like I could have got the win, but my gosh, I'm gonna have to talk to my good friend Katra because that was unbelievable. That guy was so much faster
You
than us. He literally 12 seconds up and then dropped to about 6 seconds, and then on the final lap proceeded to gain 2 seconds trying to get the fastest lap.
Yeah, dude, absolute
I was
insanity.
baffled.
Yeah, that was insane.
I mean, he's a good driver. I saw he raced yesterday in realistic, and he was up there. He was doing something I never thought a tier 3 driver would ever do: is fight for the win in a Mercedes. Like, he honestly could have won that race, but he finished second, I believe. I know he got the podium,
Dang.
but I was
Holy
like amazed
smokes.
by that. So that's why I was so surprised today when I saw he was racing. So I'm not surprised by the outcome, but I'm glad. I guess I got best of the rest in this category.
That you did. You did well today, man. I mean, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much, man. I mean, honestly, you kicked butt. You did a really good job.
Yeah.
Especially that smart strategy call. Like the fact that that worked with that extra lap of wear, that's really smart.
Yes,
What,
I know the limit.
dude? You big brained that. How much time have you spent practicing this specific track?
Um, n- uh, Not at all. I did a couple TT times, and unless you count the 2 realistic practices for Alfa Romeo, I did that. That was it. I didn't have time. I had work. But I used the same setup I used last year, and I won this race last year. Granted, Silencer should have won that race, but he had a 3-second penalty.
Wow,
So it's kind of like rinse and repeat. And then I already knew the track for realistic, so I guess yeah, there wasn't really much to need to be done.
dude.
But it was fun.
I can't believe with just a little bit of practice, you were already up there. No GP practice, no like, attempting to like
I
test out tire wearing that kind of stuff. You just kind of had a feeling.
Oh, well, no, I knew the tire limits. You just ask other people. Like, I asked a couple of people that I know, like Moo Moo and all those guys. I
Yep.
asked them and they just told me when pitting should be. And I knew, like, lap 11 was the sweet spot for mediums, but I knew it had a possibility of making all the way, so I wanted to give myself the best odds regardless of track position.
Well, hey, man, you did absolutely the right call, and obviously you end up on top. And plus, you kind of got lucky the fact that there weren't. We had one more safety car after you had pit. Am I correct?
No, there was
It was
last
only. It
one.
was just those last one. Yeah, we only had
I was
those.
lucky enough.
That was pretty lucky, man. So when I saw who was it that spun out? It was Redeemer that spun out. I saw him spin, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's
Oh,
gonna be another
yeah,
safety
I
car.
felt bad. I thought that was it, but luckily he spun the same place like
Yeah.
what's his face retired again this race
Yeah.
after getting into Goose Slayer
Yeah.
retired for the second straight race in a row after getting
Yeah,
the one
dude.
problem, which is a little embarrassing in my opinion. But he died there, and I mean, honestly, I would have probably been as mad as he probably was because he didn't even get a yellow sector. He got nothing. It just the game didn't acknowledge he crashed.
Wow.
But and with Redeemer, he only got like the final turn. That was it, and it
Yep.
wasn't enough to get the safety car. Luckily.
Yep. Yep. It was very close. Well, hey man, thanks for jumping in for this last minute interview. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Dude.
one more thing to say before I quickly run away.
Yes.
Zach, I'm in your walls Okay, bye.
Later on. Zach, I hope you heard that. If you didn't, well, just remember, he's in your walls. We're going to go ahead and give Shazam a call, our reserve driver, for our last interview of the night. This is mind-boggling. This is quite a performance for Shazam. Let's see if he answers. Lol. Shazam literally already put on Madden NFL 22. I can see it in his Discord. Shazam goes in, smacks the lobby up with like a 20-second lead on everybody, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go play some Madden, bro. That's incredible. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Oh, Solar V, I just see you said something nice about me. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. I'm not getting anything from Shazam. I sent him a message that says ring ring. Yeah, right, Sig? Hey, Shazam.
What's up?
What's up, dude? What a race, man.
Thank you.
Holy reserving. You absolutely murdered today.
Thank you.
I've got to ask the burning question. Why the heck are you a reserve?
I didn't know my availabilities on Friday. It's kind of playing by ear.
Ah.
So I put reserve, and originally I thought I'd be on like the weekend or like on a different day doing higher tiers, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just Friday, Saturday. Are you looking at the idea for moving to tier 2? What are you thinking? Because you're fast, man.
Yeah, I'll do whatever. I can do tier 1, but they base it off my time trial, and I'm not too hot at time trials. So
what do you think? What I mean, looking at your qualifying, I don't know about you not being too hot at time trial. I mean, you absolutely murdered qualifying too. What the heck were you on for that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just better at races, like just trying to be as home as possible. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
It's where you feel yourself perform the best.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. I saw in the Discord that you already popped up Madden NFL 22. So you're just gonna come in here, smack around all these drivers as a reserve, and then go pop on Madden. I like your style.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah.
One last question I want to ask you: do you feel like you had a certain challenge during that race, like a certain person you were worried about, or were you just kind of chilling the whole time?
Respectfully, I didn't have any challenge. The other day I just got P2, could have won in the realistic tier.
Yeah, I heard.
But yeah, no, I just kind of came into this for like I'm not really doing anything. I just got my wisdom teeth out. I might as well race.
You just got your wisdom teeth out today?
Yeah, I got my wisdom teeth out at 9 in the morning.
What the heck? Wow. That's impressive. Well, hey, then
Man.
I'm gonna let you go in recovery. Take lots of pain pills, and yeah, man. Hopefully those teeth grow back soon. They'll actually grow into like full trees. I don't know if you know that. It's this cool thing that happens whenever you get your wisdom teeth out. It's crazy. Later, man.
See ya.
Wow. Well, respectfully, Shazam says there was no challenge tonight in tier 3, so that was a good interview. That was pretty fun. Oh, that's incredible. It just comes in here, reserves, smacks it around with just having wisdom teeth surgery this morning. By the way, if any of y'all have ever had your wisdom teeth out, I'm going to say this. It is the worst. It is literally the worst. The fact that he can do that is mind-boggling to me. So, you know what? Good for him. Zincs are actually open all the time. Make sure you join the Breakout Racing League Discord, and you should be able to talk to one of the admins, and they can get you squared away. Thanks, Zincs. Appreciate that. Well, hey, guys, that is going to be the end of the stream tonight. I hope you all had an incredibly fun time. Again, my name is Punju, and I was your host tonight. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. If you guys had a good time, make sure you obviously follow the channel. Go over, send the subscriptions our way to Breakout. We would obviously love the support. It helps us out tremendously. we can provide more resources to pour into you guys to have better races, better streams, better commentary, better pizza, Papa John's, just better everything. Everybody have a beautiful night. I cannot wait to see you guys in 2 weeks' time. Actually, I will be out next week, but in 2 weeks' time, we will be running and racing. So I hope you all have a beautiful night. Thanks, as I'm racing with you so hard next week. I cannot wait to see it. All right, guys, have a beautiful night. Later, everybody.